welcome back to my channel and thank you for joining me in today's video. So, like I said in my last one, I will be sharing my kind of insights into what I want for 2016, and by this I just hope that you guys can be encouraged and maybe still a couple of things as well to take on to the year. So let's get into it. In 2016, I want to, one, be more responsible. And from 2015, I noticed that a lot of things I went through, I was kind of like blaming. I was not taking full-on responsibility for my actions. You know, I would say things like, I didn't get this job because they didn't like me, or I didn't do this because this person did something else. Like, just not being as responsible as I should have been. So this year I do want to be more responsible. Two, be intentional. In 2016, I want to be intentional about everything I do. And what I mean is that, you know, when you just do things because, like, a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people just have YouTube channels just because. But this year, for myself, I want to be intentional about my actions. I want to be intentional about the people I speak to, the time I spend, the effort I put into things. I don't just want to do things, you know, half-heartedly. I want to make sure that whatever it is I'm doing, I'm putting my all into it, be it my YouTube channel, be it my blog, be it uni, be it at work, even just with the people I talk to, with the time I spend with my friends as well. I mean, it's nice to hang out and everything. I'm not saying, you know, seek out friends or be agenda oriented, but just kind of be intentional about everything that you're doing. In 2016, I want to serve more. So last year, I started teaching the children's church at my church, which was very, very fun. And that was one way I found to really give back to God and give back to my church as well. And I also started leading this Christian group at uni called Radical Youth, which is, again, my way of serving God. So this year I want to do more of that, but not just do it. It really is it's the motive behind it and the reasons why I'm doing it. And I think that two things I've been called to do in this world is to serve God and to serve others, to serve people as well. So that's one thing I want to do in 2016. In 2016, I want to focus on me. And wait, before you guys think that that's conflicting with what I said before in terms of serving others and focusing on me, it's not actually, it's not like complete opposites. When I mean focus on me, I mean spend time investing in myself. I did a lot of reading, all these books that taught me a lot about myself and my values, and, you know, just showed me a lot of different things. So I want to do more of that. I want to spend a lot of time focusing on me, not focus too much on what people say or what is going on, especially in your Christian walk. You really have to be mindful of that, because it's so easy to get caught up in, oh, this person's spiritual life is on fleek, this person's Instagram page, this person's YouTube channel is getting more views than me, and things like that. But it's important to just take time and really spend time getting to know yourself, getting to know your likes and dislikes, and what you would do and what you wouldn't do, what you would compromise for and not compromise for. So yeah, when I say focus on me, I mean spend time building and developing myself. And I believe that by doing that, I can definitely improve my net worth, and, you know, help me be a better leader, help me to serve people more as well. This last two things, I think more than anything in 2016, if I don't do any of the other four I've just said, these last two things I do want to make my priorities in 2016, which one is love more. I want to love more. Like I said in my last video, by default, I am naturally positive, optimistic person. I would say that I have a big heart, and I'm someone that's generally easy to get along. Nothing really upsets me, but I'm one of those people that when you upset me, you really upset me. But in 2016, I don't really want to be thrown off by everybody. Last year, I kind of really fell out with a couple of people, and, you know, because so much was going on I was just upset for no reason, or annoyed, or just like, you just don't want to talk to anybody. It's just, I can't be bothered. Yeah, that's how it was. This year I really want to love more, and what I made is, okay, I'm going to read down what I wrote here. The best way to love God is to love people. And the greatest commandment was actually that when in John they were asking God what is the greatest commandment, and Jesus said the greatest commandment is love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your might and with all your understanding. And he said, they asked him for one thing, and he said to him, and he said the second is like unto it, love thy neighbor as yourself. Now the easiest way to love God is not necessarily by just spending more time in your quiet time, or going to church more, or throwing yourself in a bunch of different activities and calling it your service to God, but it's really about showing the love of God to people. It's really about acting out all these things. I wrote here, it's not necessarily to spend more time reading your Bible and doing quiet time, but living out your relationship with Him. All the things that you learn from prayer, all the things that you pick up from your quiet time, applying it, that is love. And I'll give you guys an example of when I say I want to love more. So this year, for the past couple of weeks, I've been with my brother over the Christmas break. Now, I like cooking a lot. My brother likes eating a lot more. And so I'd cook and he'd eat, and he wouldn't do the dishes. And this normally would have upset me, but because I have made it a goal and a priority to just be more open-minded and have big heart, I didn't say anything, and I was just washing the dishes, and I was, in a way, I was loving him, right? Because I wasn't, normally I would just throw a tantrum and just said, go and do your dishes, or why aren't you washing your dishes, and things like that. But I decided, I'm going to love you more. Okay, and this love, and the Bible says that love covers a multitude of sins, and love does not remember wrongs, So I'm not going to remember that he didn't wash the dishes yesterday, or 2 days ago, or the week before, but I'm just going to, keep taking it in my stride. And so, yeah, I was just washing the dishes, and actually one day he said to me, "Oh, you've been washing the dishes, and cooking and all of that, but today I'm actually going to do them." And I was just like, really? So this actually works. Like, it actually works when you open your heart and you ignore those feelings. And let me just say this, quick disclaimer, love is not a feeling, it's a choice. It's you choosing to say, you know what, regardless of what you're going to do or have done or will do, I'm going to still love you because I choose to. So when people say the phrase fallen in love or falling out of love, I don't really believe it. And I believe that it's either you choose to love someone and then you stop choosing to love someone. Because if love was a feeling, then honey, I don't think Jesus would have died for us on that cross, because I don't think he felt like doing it. He chose to love us. He chose to die for us. Right? So love is, it's a command, and God did not command you to feel something. God will command you, and it's a choice. Your salvation is a choice. Whether you choose to follow God, it's not a feeling. I don't wake up feeling like doing the dishes, but I do it anyway because I'm choosing to love my brother in that way. And even in terms of our relationship with God, it's not every time you feel close to God. It's not every time you feel like doing the right thing, but you're choosing to do that. And another reason I want to love more is because it's the only way the world will ever see you. We keep talking about how we're Christians and how we're different and how we've been called to, we've been called to be set apart, and we've been called to be the light in the darkness. But really, all these things mean nothing if you don't have that love radiating out of you. It's not just keeping it inside of you, it's literally going out into the people that you speak to, your close friends and your family, and people that you don't even know, your flatmates, your roommates, and showing them that love. I was stunned when I had read 1 Corinthians 13 a lot of times, but rereading it again, Paul was talking about, if you have everything, if you have all the faith to move mountains, if you have all the gifts in the Bible of prophesying and interpreting tongues and the gifts of tongues and everything, if you have all those but you don't have love, then it means nothing. That is how big a deal love is. I'm preaching right now. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say about love. It is not a feeling, it's a choice, and I'm choosing this year to just love more. And last but not least, pray more. I said in my previous video that prayer definitely was a key foundation and set in stone for me in 2015, and I'm carrying it into this year. I want to pray more and learn different strategies of praying. If you guys haven't seen the movie War Room, you should definitely check it out. But I saw that movie and I was like, yes, I'm going to do this. So I'm going to go into my closet and have my prayer strategy. And I did the Bible plan and YouVersion as well, the War Room Bible plan, which was talking about the strategies of praying. And it's been a couple of days since 2016, but I can tell you that I actually see the difference now when I actually pray using that way and writing my prayers out and keeping, not keeping God in check, but kind of keeping a track of, okay, God, we still need to pray for this, or okay, God has done this, tick it off. But yeah, pray more. And that really is it. That's all that I want my 2016 to be or to look like, and I hope that you guys have picked up a couple of things as well. I really would like to hear from you guys. What would you like your 2016 to be? What are the things that you want to do? What are your goals? What are your aspirations for 2016? If you would kindly share with me, I'd love to hear from you guys. But until my next video, I will see you guys later. Bye.
No, I want this town to be